thanks for joining me again. So I wanted to shoot another video, but a little bit different this time. I'm normally exceptionally bad at keeping track of what I pick up or what I purchase or doing hauls. But this time I tried to make a really good effort at putting all my stuff together and keeping track. So that I could come on here and share with you some of the items I've picked up over the last, I'd say about month and a half. So it's from different places, and I'm just pulling my stuff over here. I love watching people's haul videos, and I find it really interesting to see what people pick up. So I wanted to kind of share my own. Whether I'll keep doing it, I'm not sure. I find it really hard. I really had to make a good effort at doing this. So I wanted to come on here and share some of the items I've picked up. It's from various different places, so I'll try to let you know where everything is from, and it's from multiple different trips. I didn't get this all at one time or one go from each individual store. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing, let's start with this. So I picked up another package of Crayola Super Tips 100s. I use these in a lot of my pages, and a lot of my Super Tips are running out. I keep a separate box completely dedicated to my Disney pages because I want to keep my tips. I just don't want them to get frayed. So I keep a separate pack just for my Disney color pages that I do. But my ones that I use in my everyday Mosaic books and general coloring, there's quite a few of them are starting to run out. So I picked myself up another pack of the 100, and I got these from Walmart. Another item here, I picked up a package of the Mystic Gems Sharpies. These are the Ultra Fines. I just saw these come out in the Ultra Fines, and somewhere else in my magic box here, I think it's way at the bottom, I have them in the, just the regular, but I couldn't pass these up when I saw that they came out with the fine tip, and I have used these. I've used these on a mandala page, so I'm really excited about those. Picked those up from Walmart as well. Another thing I picked up, I noticed that Walmart has all their back to school items in. So I saw these gel pens in the store, and it's 10 pens by Papermate Inkjoy, and they were super cheap. They were something like 97 cents, and that's Canadian. It was like an amazing price. And I feel for a lot of the detail pages, the one color ones, that you go through almost 2 pens a page. So I picked myself up 4 packs of those because they were like 97 cents. It was ridiculous. So I picked up 4 packs of those, and I've gone back to Walmart since then, not to pick up more because I think 4 I'm good with. But they're out of stock. They don't have any more of those. Another item I picked up from Walmart is with their back to school items. I saw this pencil case, and it's got a nice side pouch here too, which I thought was neat. But I'm always looking for stuff to keep my different supplies in. Right now I have them all kind of jumbled together, so I may separate my cases out and put like just my gel pens in one, my tools in another, my watercolor stuff, just so I can have an easy grab and go. And I really liked the pattern on this, and that side pouch was really neat. So I'm gonna have to do some reorganization. Let's see. I also picked up this pencil case, and it's a nice rose gold. It's quite large, and it's got the nice handle here. And I'm thinking of putting all my gel pens in this to just kind of have them all together so I can just grab it. I quite liked it. It was gorgeous. Love me some rose gold. Let's see, there's quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, so another item I picked up from Walmart is some of the Folk Art Glitterific paint, and this is a really chunky glitter. So every once in a while I'll pick up another acrylic paint or one of the glitter ones. Just trying to look at the pretty top. It's so shiny. to try and get some different finishes. So I picked that one up. And I also picked up a pack of 24 assorted colors in the Crayola fine line. And I didn't know that Crayola had a fine line. So when I saw, actually I think Kathy at Spicy Cat Colors hauled these recently. And I kind of did one of those, wait, what? So I checked out my Walmart and I found them. And oh my gosh, yes. Look at that fine tip. I did not know that they made these. So I'm really excited about playing with these guys. Now this is a pack of 24. I don't know if they come in any larger sizes, but yeah, I'm really excited for those. And it's made with solar power. That's interesting. Very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some stuff from the dollar store here now. I picked up another one of these pencil cases. I have one of these already that I keep all of my black fine line markers in. But I wanted an extra one because I'm starting to have to buy backup pencils for my Prismacolors. So I thought I could put them all together in this case, and then as I need to pull them up, if I need to replace a pencil, they're all together in here. And I have a separate checklist that I mark off, the ones that I've had to purchase backups for, but this way I'll have them all housed together. And then I got a whole lot of gel pens. Okay, so let me see if I can pull these guys out. Like I said, a whole lot of gel pens. What? And these were a bunch of trips to the dollar store. This wasn't all in one go. Okay. So I really wanted to pick up primarily gel pens because I was getting the Color Questopia books, and I like the white background. I like to draw on my own lines, but I didn't have a lot of just general gel pens to pull through the pages. So I tried to pick up 2 packs of each set that I got in case I need to use more than one pen for a page. So I picked up this pack here of Pro Max gel pens. It says it's a water-based gel ink. Comes with 4 colors in the blue, the purple, orange, and pink. Got those. I picked these ones up, a Studio colored ink. It's a 7-pack, and you get the 2 different colored greens, an orange, a gray, blue, purple, and pink. And I was able to get 2 of those. And then I've seen a lot of people haul these ones. These are the Jot gel pens, and it comes with 8 pens in the pack. And the colors look pretty standard. They seem to be a darker color palette, but I thought these would be good for drawing in the lines in the book. And I was able to get 2 packs of this. Told you, it was all about the gel pens. And then I saw these different packs. So this one is an Extreme Smooth Gel Pen, quick dry gel ink. And it's 4 pens in a pack. And it's the green, the blue, the purple, the pink. And then I saw this color combo. Same brand, Extreme Smooth Gel Pens, quick dry gel ink. In an orange, yellow, it almost looks like a burgundy and a green. So 2 packs of those. And then I saw these, which I've seen so many people haul these gel pens, and it's the Jot 8-pack of pens. They only had 1 pack of these, so I was only able to pick up 1 of them, or else I would have snagged more. But they only had 1 left in the store, and these are metallic gel pens. So I picked up those. Let's see, what else from the dollar store here? Okay, I also picked me up a fancy looking diamond pen because I love these pens. I think it's so pretty. So to make my little coloring notes. I found 2 of these makeup brushes that I thought would be good for applying my distress inks. And I really liked these ones because they're, let's see if I can get it open easy. Nope, she's gonna be taped in. She's gonna be taped in good. And I have a larger one of these, but I liked the size. So I thought to get into finer areas, using one of these brushes would be a lot better. I'm rubbing it on my hand because it looks like I have like powder all over my hand after doing it. Huh. But yeah, so I got this one and also this size. And this one I thought was really neat because it's really tiny. It says it's an eyeshadow brush, but see how it's just a fine line of it? And I thought that would be really great at getting into really tight spaces with my Distress inks. So I was excited about finding those. And then I picked up 2 packs of the eyeshadow applicators. Once again, for either using for my Distress inks or my chalks for making backgrounds. I always like to have some of these applicators on hand. And then, put the garbage aside. I saw 2 coloring books, and I don't normally find coloring books in my dollar store, but I saw these, and I thought they looked pretty neat. I just looked at them really quickly, but it's marked that it's super art, coloring for adults, and this one's fantasy. And in this book here, it's cute. I'm not sure if I would color in this one. I just got really excited because I never see coloring books, so I kind of just grabbed them when I saw them there. But I think my kids would really enjoy the images in this book. So I grabbed this one. And this other one, the same company, Super Art, and it's the Orient coloring book for adults. This one, I think I am going to keep for myself. Now, the paper is like crazy thin paper. But the images in this particular book, I really, really enjoy them. And I think I can color some beautiful images out of it. Like, look at that one. So awesome with the koi fish and the ships. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one and thought it was really unique. So I think I'm going to keep this one for, look at the panda bear chewing the bamboo. I think I'm going to keep this one here for myself. But the fantasy one, I think I will pass on to my littlest munchkins. Oh, look, I lied. I got another one of those contour brushes. So we got 3 of those. So that's it from the dollar store. And I don't always, but I placed a scrapbook.com order. And every so often I like to pick up some more Distress ink. So this time I picked up a yellow, and this is Squeezed Lemonade. And it's the Tim Holtz by Ranger. And I like to pick these up every once in a while just to fill up my stock of them. And I was missing a really bright yellow. I had a plan for a page, but I couldn't do it because I really had a vision in my head. So I'm glad I have this, and hopefully I can get that page I've got floating around. And I had so much fun working with gelatos last month that I decided to pick up another package. So this one here is, so the gelatos are made by the Faber-Castell, and it's 15 pieces translucent. So you get 12 gelatos and 3 tools. So let's see. Now I'm interested because I've never tried the translucents before. So in this package, you get 2 foam pieces. One's a little bit more squishier, and one's a little bit more firmer, and a brush. And then you get your gelatos. So I'm just going to try and see if I can pop one of these out. And let me see. I'm gonna grab some paper. Do I have paper here? Ugh. I got a paper with a bunch of scribbles on here, and I just wanted to see how translucent is this color. Oh, that'll be nice. So I was worried it was going to be too see-through, but no, you can get some definite color lay down with them, and there almost seems to be a nice sheen on it. And I picked this pack. So is there a name for this one? Translucent, unique sheer. Well, these are the colors that you get, and I decided to do this because I thought it would be really good as a base or to use on some of my Kirby Roseanne pages. Most of the gelatos I own, they're all such bright, vibrant colors, which I love. But I was looking to do more natural, I needed some more natural colors. So this has the eggplant, the thistle, the lychee, perisman, tarmac, hazelnut, nugget, cream de mint, olive, peppercorn, poppy seed, and bergamot. So yeah, I think I'm really gonna love these colors. I wanna see what this one is. This one's the tarmac. It almost looks like a gold. Yeah, that's a nice color. Oh, I like that. Obviously, I'm having lighting problems here again today. But yes. So I'm really excited about these. Oh my gosh, let's just try one more out. Let's try this one. This one's the eggplant. Okay, and I can see that one. You can tell about the translucent. Barber back in. Almost looks like a shiny gray, but it does have a purpley tinge to it. Yes. So I'm excited about those because I wanted to play more with gelatos. And see, I kept them all packaged together just to show you guys. I'm so proud of myself. So let's get this dirty paper out of the way. And then scrapbook.com had some deals I noticed in July for Christmas in July. If you placed an order, I can't remember if it was if you placed an order over a certain amount or whether you just placed an order. Depending on what the deal was that day or that week, you received a free item. So the particular item I received was this poinsettia die cut, which is awesome because I'm a long-time scrapbooker, so I have my die cutting machines and all my dies. So definitely this will go in my collection. And yeah, it's beautiful poinsettia. Okay, so next I'm going to share, oh, well, I'm not there yet. Hold on. So before I get to the books I picked up from Amazon, a couple random books I picked up. You guys are gonna think this is funny, but Canada is exceptionally delayed. I don't have a subscription to Coloring Heaven. I just pick them up in the store when I see them there, or there's issues that I like. And sometimes I have noticed that issues can get skipped. And if there's a particular one that I really, really, really want, I will order it from the website. But I've been trying to be really good. And even though I exceptionally wanted this one when it came out, I was trying to wait it out in the stores. And it literally just came out in our stores probably about a week ago. Not even. And so I know everyone has seen this, but I was just over the moon that it finally came. I was worried it was going to be skipped over because they're so far behind with coming out. But yeah, I'm really happy that I finally have my copy of the Fairy Story Special from Coloring Heaven. And I love my Coloring Heaven magazine, so I was really happy when I saw this. And another one I picked up, I got this one from Walmart in my impatient wait for the fairy stories to come out in stores. A few weeks ago, I saw this in the Walmart, and I've never seen this magazine series in our stores before, so I thought to give it a try. And it's called the Harmony of Color series, Fantasia, Relax and Unwind with Idle Coloring. And I've seen a few issues since then, but I wasn't over the moon with those images. But this particular book, the images in it are awesome. And I mean, I'm not in love with all of them. But there's some definite unique pages. Like I really like that. I think that's really unique. He's kind of different. Plague mask. Little girl on the moon. There was one in here. This is the one which is on the cover. But yeah, I loved this image and I can't wait to color it. I think it's so awesome. And it seems to be they have quotes on the other side, so that's neat too, as something to put on the back of the pages. So I just had a crazy wild imagination all my life, and science fiction is the greatest outlet for me. Steven Spielberg. So I think that's a really neat idea. You get the quotes on the back. Really good use of space. But I just thought it was really different. It is very dark. But yeah. That one's gorgeous. Look at the girl there. I don't know, is there... trying to see if there's an artist listed, but I don't... Oh. No. All images Shutterstock. So I don't know where the images come from, but they obviously have a lot of books out. Just look at all of these. That's crazy. But I'm excited. It was something different. If you want a full flip through of this book, you can just leave me a comment below and I'd be more than happy to flip through it, because I haven't seen it a lot. I've never seen it before on Facebook. And then the last thing I have to share here is the books I've picked up in the last little while. And these are all Amazon books. So with the books I'm going to share, if any of these books you'd like a full flip through, just leave a comment in the description below and I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And also, I mean, all of these books can be found on Amazon, but if you're having a hard time and you'd like a link to one of these particular books, once again, just leave me a comment below or send me a note on Instagram and I'd be more than happy to help you find a link to purchase these books yourself. So this book here, I just had it in my July completed pages, is the Les Grands Classiques, Tome 2. And this is by Hachette Heroes. And as I said, not many of these books are listed on Amazon.ca. But I had noticed this book come up, and it came up as a like $25, and it's really cheap to get these books in Canada. So this is the page I completed. So it's this is one of the books where you get the, let's see, you get all the squiggly lines and you have to follow the key at the bottom, and once you're done, you will get your finished image, like my little bunny from Alice. I'm going to quickly flip to the answer key, so if it's not something that you're interested in seeing, just look away for a second. I'm not going to do a full flip of it because I know so many people have shared this book, but I just want to give a general idea of the images. I've heard a lot of people say that Tome 2 is their favorite out of the series, and I have to agree. I like a lot of the images in here. I only have one other of these books, and that's the Princesses one. So I was really happy to get this and have a bunch of different characters in it. And I noticed there isn't a lot of princesses in this one, so I think it was a good fill one for me to add to my collection. Okay, so I've got that book closed up, so if you were looking away, it's safe to look back. So that is Les Grands Classiques, Tome 2, and I was able to pick this up from Amazon. The next book that I picked up is, of course, The 50 Jungle Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. So cute, this book. So many people have shared this. I mean, I don't need to do a lot of flips of it. As always, these little miniature pictures, they're just adorable. Here's one in the buddy color I did. They're just so cute, and here's another one. I'm so excited to see what Camelia comes out with next. I hope she continues on with this series. I only have, I don't have enough books. But I only have the romantic miniatures, the jungle miniatures, and the ocean miniatures. So I want to try and go back and get the seasons ones now. I kind of jumped on the bandwagon late with it. I saw the seasons one, wasn't sure if it was my thing. Realized it's totally my thing. So I want to slowly try to go back and get the seasonal ones. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this one. So cute, and that little tiger is just adorable. So another book I've picked up in the last while was Color by Colors, Famous Paintings by Kira Sharsneva. I love these color by color books. I just think they're so awesome. They're so relaxing. I love how the images turn out at the end. yeah, there's not a lot to say about it. I mean, you get your color key on the left-hand side and you follow the color blocking on the right-hand side. And when you're finished, you get an awesome picture out of it. So much fun. Yeah, and I really like the concept of this one, of famous paintings, because I really do like art, and it was really neat to see them like this. So yeah, Color by Colors, Famous Paintings by Kira Sharsneva. Swear I never pronounced her name correctly. The next book I picked up here is Chippy Girls Coloring Book, Volume 1 by April Amber. I just picked up my, so there's, I'm all twisted. I just picked up my first one of April Amber's Chippy Girls books, that volume 3, a few months ago, and I'm completely hooked on it. Once again, it was something I wasn't sure that I really enjoy. I just thought it was pretty big block coloring. I know a lot of people do the split coloring where they cut the pages in half in these books. I don't really have anyone I could do that with. So I was a little bit hesitant, but I decided to go for it. I think I had a certain amount left on my budget, and the books are only $6 and something cents here in Canada, so I decided to give one a go, and completely hooked. I Googled the other YouTube videos of flips of these books, and I went with volume 3 first. Then I picked up volume 1 because I can't do anything in order. And so the next one, I will get volume 2, but I enjoyed the images out of volume 2 and volume 1 the most. But yeah, you get 2 sets of the pictures. So adorable. So many cute little girls. There's the one I finished of my daughter Emily. And yeah, really happy. I do have to say, I've heard a lot of people say that this paper sucks the life out of your alcohol markers, and I didn't really understand what that meant until I started coloring in it. And whatever this paper is, yeah, I have to agree. When you color with it, there's a different feeling as the marker goes down, and it does feel like the paper is sucking in the alcohol. So while I try to, do my best jobs coloring these pages, I don't know if I'd necessarily pull out my favorite markers for it, because I really do think it sucks the life out of them. But yeah, Chippy Girls Coloring Book Volume 1 by April Amber. So another one is, this is my first book by Ava Brown, and it's Beach Life Coloring Book. And I picked this one up because I don't have a lot of summary pages. Yeah, so there's 2 sets of pages in this book, and I really like the images in this, and I really liked them because it almost gives a sketchy finish, and I thought I could be able to color it and get some really realistic finishes, or I hope I can. The paper does seem very thin, like I can see the image. I don't know if you can, yes, you can on video. So see right there? You can see the image behind through the paper. So the paper is quite thin. So I don't know how well, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know how well watercolor would work, but I'm going to say that I think it would be rough. But yeah, I thought that, and I love this image. I thought it was really neat. And a couple years ago, I randomly became allergic to the sun. Super weird, I know. Really can't go outside. And, we're trying to figure out all ways to manage that, and wear UV clothing and special sunscreen from Europe and all kinds of medications and whatnot. But I really just, I can't go outdoors without having a bad reaction. So and I love the beach, I love the vacation, I love the Caribbean. So this is my book that I hope to be a homage to the fact that I have a hard time to be able to go out and play in the sunshine and the beaches now. But yeah, I really like the sketchy lines of this. So I'm really excited to try and color a page. And I also thought that there was a good mix of people, buildings, scenery. I just thought it was a really thorough compilation of different images, all related to beach life. And this is my first book from Ava Brown. There's that one. I have budgets, as I'm I'm sure a lot of you other colorists. So I take a lot of time and consideration when I pick out the books I purchase, because I want to try and get a good variety of different techniques. And really at the end of the day, we can only color so much, right? So I tried to shake it up and have different books with different, that I would use different techniques and different mediums, and that would cover, you know, get that, what am I trying to say? Fill that covering itch to try to do something. Which brings me to Stone Mosaic. So this is Stone Mosaic from Belba family. And this is book 4. And this is my first book in the Stone Mosaic series. I saw this one come out, loved the cover image, and went, okay, I'm going to give it a go. I've seen the Stone Mosaic books, thought that they looked neat, didn't know if I wanted to jump on the bandwagon. I've had them on my wish list, but I just didn't know. I thought my money was going elsewhere to fill it. But then I decided, you know what, let's give this a go. And I colored one page out of this book, and I had such a ridiculous amount of fun, and I can totally see why everybody is hooked on these. So mindless, but so satisfying to complete. There's a combination of both landscape and horizontal pages, and they are all mixed in. You get your color key on the left-hand side, your imagery on the right. They do list all the colors in their color palette, not just the colors that you'd use for the page. But yeah. And I've heard a lot of others, and I can't personally make the comment on it because I've never done one of the Stone Mosaic books before, say that this one seems to be a lot more stones on the page, or a lot more detailed, versus the other volumes that have been out. But yeah, I'm really happy that I picked it up, and I've added it to my collection of Color by Number books. So this is Stone Mosaics, book 4, Color by Number from Belba family. Okay, so 2 more books here. I'm starting to put thoughts for the fall. And I don't have a lot of holiday themed books. I'm a pretty new colorist, so there's a lot of books out there for Halloween and the fall time. And I have a big list, of course, as many of you probably do as well, of coloring books that I'd want for that season. And I have to be really selective of what I want. And so I watched YouTube flips of a bunch of the coloring books, and this is the one that I enjoyed the most that was like a witch themed. And this is the Daisy Joy Little Witches coloring book. And this is my first coloring book by Daisy Joy. And I just thought the images in this book were so ridiculously cute. I love my Chippy Girls. And there's a bunch of Chippy Girls books out there for the fall and Halloween. And it was hard, but this is the one I really enjoyed. So you get the images in the front for the color testing. And then you go into the pages. And I fell in love with them. I don't think there's a single page in here that I don't enjoy. I just think it's so adorable. I will probably color out of this book all year long, not just at Halloween, just because I think that they're so cute. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. But it was really hard. My husband was laughing at me because, as I said, I've got a budget, right? So I'm sitting there watching this flip through and this flip through and crossing this one off the list. And he's like, oh my God, I never knew so much work went into picking a book to color in. And it really does. I really have to think it out. And I'm trying to see, is there 2 sets of pages in here? I don't think that there is, but I could be lying to you. No, it doesn't look like it. So you get the 1 set of images, and then you get some sample pages. So you get a sample page from the Mermaid coloring book, which is also on my wish list. So you get a few of the mini pages, and then, yeah, and then you get 1 big one here. And then you get a sample page from Inspirational Quotes, Never Give Up. So once again, you get a bunch of little images. And then you get a big one for you to try out. So Storms Don't Last Forever. And then, yeah, and you get your color chart at the back and some blank pages. So I really love this one. As I said, I went through a lot of videos. I invested a lot of time. And yeah, I'm really happy when it came in. I was so excited. Oh my gosh. What was that image that I just saw? she made a little fire flame. There's another little guy down here. Oh my gosh, like I just love it. It's so adorable. So I can't wait to get out of this book. There's just so much I really enjoy about it. So that's Daisy Joy's Little Witches coloring book. And yeah, it's just amazing that a book can give you so much happiness. And then the last book I decided to pick up was Fall Friends coloring book by Deborah Mueller. And this, I have one other book of Deborah Mueller, and I've owned it for a long time. And I just colored in it for the first time in July because I was super intimidated. And I fell in love. I had so much fun coloring it. I have to say, not all of Deborah Mueller's books are to my personal taste. I know they are to a lot of others, and that's awesome, but that's what makes us all great, is that we're all different. But there's definitely a selection of them that I quite like and enjoy. This is one that was on my list of ones that I really wanted, and I decided to go with this one because I picked up the other book that was more Halloween, and this one was more fall, so I thought it was good combination to have the two. I have to overthink everything, I swear. Deborah Mueller does have a witches book out that I want as well, too. I've got that on my birthday list that I really want to grab. But you get the nice This Book Belongs To page. And I really enjoyed the images in this book. I think they're really unique, really different. It's super fall. I mean, there's no denying it. Like, there's your turkey right there. Beautiful sunflowers and the little puppy dog. And yeah, I really enjoyed quite a few of the pages in this book. I don't like more, she's got quite a few books that are like the super creepy ones. That's not my particular taste, or the pinup girl type ones. It's not particularly my taste either. I love seeing everyone color them. It's just not something that's particularly my style and something that I'm going to gravitate towards. But yeah, I've got a few of her books on my list that I carefully watched flips of and went, yeah, that one I'm going to want to grab. But yes, so I thought that was a good combination. I say this, I do have fall-like books and Halloween-like books, but I always like to refresh and put a book or two in my collection. And so I'm glad with my decision for this year that I went with Little Witches by Daisy Joy and Fall Friends, because even though it's the beginning of August, fall's around the corner. So those are my books, and that is everything. That's my haul. That's my first coloring haul that I've shared with you guys, and I can't even tell you how hard I found it to keep this all together and wait to share it with you guys. It broke me. So we'll see if I'll do it again. You never know, maybe it'll become a thing. And as I said earlier, if you would like a flip of any of the books that I've shared here today, I'd be happy to do that for you. I'd be happy to find links if you can't find one of the books. Obviously not the books I found from the dollar store. Can't provide links for those, but I'm more than happy to flip anything that I had here today. If you need any information about any of the supplies I picked up, same thing. I'm more than happy to give any information about them that I can. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope everyone is having a really great summer, and I hope to see you guys all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.